Hey everybody, it's Susan here at Pumpkin Hill Stampers. So today we are all going to play along and do the mystery case card. So if you get my blog emails or if you follow me on Facebook, I posted the case clues last Friday afternoon. And for this particular card case, the clues were to have a 3 by 5.5 piece of designer series paper, to have a 3.5 by 5.5 piece of coordinating cardstock, to have a neutral card base. It could either be 8.5 by 5.5 or 11 by 4.25. You need a piece of neutral cardstock for your sentiment, coordinating, image and or sentiment stamp set. I've chosen to use Strong and Beautiful for the first mystery card I'm going to solve for you today. Also to have some coordinating ink, and either a paper punch or a die set that you want to use, and if you wanted to, some sort of coordinating embellishment. So that is the case. So all of you can play along. The idea is that we're all going to stamp together, we're all going to make similar projects, but we're all doing it in our own craft rooms at our own pace. So I actually have two I'm going to show you today. The first one is for the ladies, the second one is for the gents. But I'm going to show you how easy having the base clues down, you can put a card together pretty easily. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, I have a piece of this designer series paper. It's from the spring catalog. It's the All Dressed Up suite. And I have a piece of Melon Mambo for coordinating color. And I'm going to end up putting those on top of each other. But before I do that, I'm going to punch out of there with my story label punch. I'm actually going to do 2 punches if I can do it. Now I'm just going to do one. Can I do one this way? Will it hide? It will hide. Okay, so I'm going to do 2. I'm going to do, and I'm going to want those after for my sentiment. So we're stealing the shape from the back of that. Okay, so now if I want to, I can go ahead and layer that right up onto that cardstock. So I'm just going to add some adhesive to the back here. I'm going to center it on that DSP, the DSP to the cardstock. Okay, so there's my pretty pattern paper panel, and that's going to go on the front of my card, but I'm going to warn you, don't put it on yet, because you might decide if you want to add ribbon or twine, or if you want to pop it up on dimensionals, you might want to do that before you tack it down. So I'm not going to tack it down yet. Okay, so like I said, I picked up the Strong and Beautiful stamp set. I'm going to use the To the Woman Who Does It All with Grace and Wisdom, and I'm going to use my Melon Mambo ink. So I'm just going to take my scrap piece of Whisper White, so that's coordinating with my cardstock. Stamp that, and I'm going to come in with my story label punch, and I'm going to punch it out. Okay, now here is why I stole some of that paper. I can now mount this. Now if you have 2, you can mount them like this, okay, and get the up and down idea. If you can only steal one shape, I'm going to show you a cheat. So I've done this a lot in the past. So the cheat is you take it and you cut it down the center. Okay. And then I'm just going to add my snail to the back, and then I piece it. So one goes up and one goes down. So if you can only take one steal out of your cardstock, you can do that. If you do 2, you just use 2 and you layer them. So there's that. Now I have to decide, do I want my card to go this way? All right, and I can put my embellishment, my sentiment on there, or I can have it go this way. So choices. Always have a choice. It's a mystery of a card until you put it together. I think I am going to put it this way, and I think maybe I want to, I know it doesn't really matter, right? Yeah, I think I'm going to do it like that. Now, I'm not going to pop mine up on dimensionals for this card. I'm just going to put it straight down on my cardstock. So I just want to make sure. Now you could put it high and have more white on the bottom. You could put it low and have more white on the top, or you can put it right down the middle. I'm going to shoot for right down the middle. Okay, so I'm just lining up my edges and I press that down. Okay, now I will add dimensionals to the back of my sentiment. It's easy enough to do. Just a couple of dimensionals there. And I'm going to put that right there. Make sure I've got my card opening properly. Yes, good. So, see how easy that case was to solve? Now, I do have a couple of glimmery enamel dots, glitter enamel knots, and I am going to add, I should have my pick tool on the table, but I don't. I'm going to add them just kind of randomly, if it comes off my finger, randomly to that paper. I think I'll do one of each size. And that's just going to add a little bit of sparkle to the project, and it's fun. So, case solved. There we go. There's the first case mystery. So I hope you've got your stuff ready before you came today, and if not, of course, you're in your stamp room, you can go do it now, or do it anytime this week. But I invite you to solve your own case card this week, and if you want to shoot a photo off, snap a photo, email it to me, and I will post it as one of our case mysteries solved by you. Okay, so there's the first one. All right, move that aside. Now I have a second one. Now it's going to be very similar because it's the same case, but we're using different materials. This time I have a piece from the Tropical Oasis Designer Series paper. I'm pairing it with Shaded Spruce. I've got Very Vanilla as my card base. This time my base opens this way. Okay, so you already know what it's kind of going to look like, but every card's different. And I have some retired Shaded Spruce ribbon I pulled out of my stash, so I'm going to use that. And I'm going to be using the Timeless Tropical stamp set. And now my husband loves to wear Bermuda shirts, right? Hawaiian shirts with loud prints on them. So this time I'm going to do some stamping on that card base first. So let's play along. So I have the flower from Timeless Tropical, and I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo, right? Because all good Hawaiian shirts have to have pink in them. So here's my card front. So I'm just going to very randomly put down some Flirty Flamingo flowers. Okay, there we go. So I just did some background stamping. Now, you have an idea of what my card's going to look like, right? But it can be a little different if I want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment in the Shaded Spruce on this piece. Close up that ink so that I don't get it everywhere. This time I'm using the tailored tag punch. I'm going to slip that in, punch that out. All right, and again I'm going to steal. This time I think I will steal two. 1, 2. As long as you're stealing them behind where you're going to cover up, it doesn't matter that you steal them. It's fine to go. Now, if I put this on here, all right, like I did before, and then I'm going to put this on here, right? I'm going to hide a lot of those flowers. So it's your card. You could make it your way. We started with the clues, but you can change them. So I'm going to trim this piece down from 3.5 to 3.25. So I'm going to make it a little bit thinner. And because of where I did that, I'm going to make it a little from both sides. So what do I want? 3.25. That's 3. That's 3.25. Yowzes. There. 3.25. These trimmers were during celebration. If you signed up or if you were a demonstrator, you could get your hands on one, and they're great, but they're a little bit different from our other ones, so you have to remember your measurements. So see how that trimmed up just a little bit narrower, and now more of those flowers show. And if I wanted to, I could go back and add a few more images in there, just to make it more festive. But let's see, maybe I'll go, no, maybe I'll go, yeah, we'll go right down the middle. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the green. And like I said, I want to use some of this ribbon. So before I put that down, let's see, how do I want to do the ribbon? Maybe I'll twist it 1, 2, 3 times. You're like, that's a lot of ribbon, Susan. That's okay. Watch what I'm going to do. So I'm going to flip this over and add a little snail to the back. And I'm going to put my tack down, and then I'm going to wrap 1, 2, I did cut too much. But I'm just kind of wrapping it, right, like a package wrap. And so then I can stick that down on there. I will trim off the excess. No weed, use it to waste. Okay, and now this whole panel can go down on my card. Make sure that's going to stick. What did I say? Yeah, over that side a little bit. Okay, so different, but the same. Now this time I'm going to put adhesive on this one and go like this. And I just put adhesive on that one and go like that. So see, there's the difference between cutting it in half or just using 2 pieces, right? But again, I'm just going to put a couple dimensionals on the back. And decide where I want to put it on my card. Yeah, maybe I do want it there. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so like I said, there is our mystery case card for today. I hope you guys play along. Please, please, please send me your photos. Let me see what you did with it. And remember, you are making the card. It's your card, but you've given you where to start. And now I've given you 2 examples of what you can do with it when you start. And send your photos along. I'd love to see them and I'd love to share them. Alright everybody, we will do this again next week. I'll have another mystery case card for you. The clues will go out Friday afternoon. So keep watching the blog, read those emails, and play along. Hope everybody's having a good Monday, great start of the week, and I'll see you all soon. Alright, bye-bye.